What's good, people? Can we talk? Can we talk? Can we talk? Not review or like first impressions or any of that nonsense. Can we just talk? Can we talk about Ralph's Club New York, the latest edition in the Ralph's Club line by Ralph Lauren? I got the bottle right here. I actually purchased this the day of release because I'm such a huge fan of the Ralph's Club line. I got the 200 ml right here, directly from Ralph Lauren and not the Influenster app. If you were wondering where all these guys got this bottle early, free also. Did I mention they got free bottles? They didn't mention that. Yeah, free bottles from Ralph Lauren. They think they got them because there's some type of reviewers that have that app and that Ralph Lauren gives a crap about their shitty reviews. No, Influencer is actually a market research app. They don't actually care about your reviews. What they care about is market research and the information they're going to get from you blathering on about your opinion. And that's going to help them market this product when they release it. But anyways, this is directly from Ralph Lauren, 200 ml. They also gave me this. Oh, you don't have a pair of Ralph's Club New York headphones? But anyways, I wanted to talk about this fragrance right here because, like I said, I'm such a big fan. And it's, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Unique, different, juvenile, a step back, compliment getting, mass appealing, I don't know. I'm going to pull up the notes here. Notes are kind of important on this one. Most of the times they aren't. But let me just pull out the notes and I'll go through them one by one and I'll tell you about this fragrance. The top we got mandarin, black currant, and bergamot. In the mid we got lavender, geranium, and sandalwood. And I'm going to stop right there because in the opening you get the mandarin and the bergamot mixing with the black currant, and none of these notes are special. Like I said, juvenile's a good word. It smells like kind of a sweet tart candy. Very teenager, almost unisex, teenage girl almost. Smells pleasant. You're probably going to get a bunch of compliments wearing this. But that's okay, because in that same opening, you're going to get lavender and geranium. Typical mall scent combination, and it's in some earlier iterations of Ralph's Club. So there is some of the original DNA in it. And I like the lavender in it because it's not dryer sheet or Tide. It's also not a great lavender. It's soapy. Soap, lather. This part I like, and this combination makes it very pleasant. And but unfortunately, that doesn't make it great. In the Ralph's Club line, for some reason, they released the EDP. Then it evolved into the Parfum. Then it evolved into the Elixir. With every iteration, it got better, more sophisticated, more mature. Then they went all the way back and made this lighter, fresher EDT, which is a very odd choice. But now they've went back even farther and made this younger. It's also very vibrant and energetic, but this kind of younger, youthful Ralph's Club fragrance. When I say they took a step back, I don't mean it as like an insult. I just mean in like the order they released them. I almost went to bed last night, said to myself, whoop, it's a teeny bopper fragrance, but then something hit me. The bass started coming out. This is where it gets interesting. Not interesting like some niche fragrance or some super artistic fragrance. Interesting like I thought it was a little kiddie pool, but it was actually like, I don't know, a 4-foot above ground doughboy. Not the depths of like the ocean, but the depths of like a hillbilly barbecue. I noticed this slight masculinity, maturity, almost a funk. Almost. And I know this is it's probably going to be just me in my opinion. A little bit of the devil's lettuce. A little bit of the bubonic chronic. I said to myself, what is that? I got to look at the notes. What is that? And it was oak moss and fur. Let me reiterate. None of these notes are amazing. None of these notes are like photorealistic. They don't smell bad like, how people say synthetic. They just smell like artificial flavorings, which smell good. I'm not knocking the fragrance, but I liked it. And what rounded out this fragrance and smoothed it out was an okay sandalwood and a nice vanilla. It's also not this super amazing blend either. It's kind of a blend of two. You got this fruity top sweet tart, and then you have this bottom vanilla and oak moss and sandalwood. And they're not commingling, but they're also not fighting against each other. They're like coexisting side by side. These two sides of the fragrance. It's actually quite pleasant. And there was another note. I don't know what the hell it is in this note listing or what's making it smell like this. I could not put my finger on it for a good hour. And I was like, what is that? It's the geranium doing something with something else. And once I put my finger on it, I was like, is that a slight note of beer? Like flat beer? I'm telling you, this fragrance is kind of basic bitch, but it's also kind of got a little bit of uniqueness. That's why this is not a review or a first impression. I honestly don't know what to make of it. I know I like it. I know it smells good. I know I'm going to walk by people and they're going to say, oh, you smell good. But I really wasn't expecting this. And keep in mind, this is not a review. It's not a first impressions. We're just talking. We're just talking. Just giving you my experience about this fragrance. So, take it with a grain of salt. Smells good. You're never going to go wrong with lavender and geranium. But it was just such a shock. Ralph's Club, New York. You think you're going to get some amazingly mature, sophisticated fragrance. It comes in this beautiful silver bottle, and it's translucent. If you put it to enough light, you can actually see all the way through it. I'm going to just take a complete guess, like when I bought Jimmy Choo Extreme and people were complimenting me like, you smell good. And I was just shocked because that was such a basic bitch fragrance. I was like, really? You're probably going to get a bunch of compliments that you're going to smell good. If you're a niche guy, this probably isn't going to be for you. A big problem with this fragrance community is they get so into doing reviews and comparing things like this to niche fragrances or pretending to be experts, when the bottom line is most people that buy this just want to smell good, and it does smell good. And let's not lose sight of the fact that not everything has to be a masterpiece. Not everything has to be this like amazingly creative work of art. Because in real life, where I exist most of the time, in real life, regular people are going to love this. Regular people who don't walk by and sniff you expecting the Mona Lisa or a work of Picasso are going to think you smell clean and pleasant and maybe even a little different. So that's really all I wanted to say about Ralph's Club, New York. As always, it is my scent of the day. And as always, thank you for watching.